Hi, everyone. My name is Leah Anderson. I'm one of the organizers of 1 Million Cups Madison. And we're really happy to have you all here today with Kilter. We wanted to just do a couple of quick introductions and thank yous to our sponsors. The first being Field 59. They've been a wonderful sponsor to us for over the years now, and they've always been here to live stream our events. So if you're ever not able to make it here, then you can always watch the live stream on their website. Likewise, they will publish a recording of the presentation on YouTube afterwards, so you can watch anything that you've missed. And for presenters, then you can also watch your pitch and kind of examine yourself. So we also want to thank 100 State. They've been a wonderful sponsor to us for the past year now. They've been providing our coffee. And I also want to give a shout out to the ladies from Doyen who are in the audience. We did a great event with them for Forward Fest a couple of weeks ago where a woman entrepreneur went home with a $5,000 prize. So you guys do awesome work. Am I missing anything? I think I got everything. Cool. Also, our coffee comes from Crescendo. That's another thing I don't want to forget. So you should check out Crescendo. They're a really amazing independently owned coffee shop on Monroe Street, and they've been providing our coffee since the beginning. So with that, I want to go ahead and... Oh, actually, introductions, right? Yeah? I haven't been here in a couple of weeks, so I'm a little rusty. Okay, well, I'll get started. My name is Leah Anderson, and I work at Nordic.
I'm Seth Braddock, the CEO of Kilter.
I'm Evan Pravda. I'm the Chief Operation Officer of Kilter.
Hi, I'm Alex Ryan. I'm in solar energy.
Steve Claude, co-founder of 32 Auctions, which is a platform for hosting and managing silent auction fundraisers.
Kurt Peterson, the other co-founder of 32 Auctions.
Joey Frayne, Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation.
Juan Gomez, Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation.
And Asher Fosterly.
Heather Wentler, co-founder and executive director of Doyen Group.
Amy Gannon, co-founder of Doyen Group and professor at Edgewood College.
Teresa Covell, Offices.
Amanda Schmegler, Earthling Interactive.
Drew Corson, I'm an attorney at Snyder & Boucher.
John Ma, founder of a startup called Daily Nibbler.
Joe McDocker, partner at HealthX Ventures and an organizer here, and on time.
Garrett Lee, founder, co-creator of WOA, stands for We Help One Another, a community currency around gifts called Good Point.
Brian Robertson, sales and marketing of software, looking for an opportunity for getting involved with the startup.
I'm Dan Anderson of Baker Tilly.
Mitch Dewitt with Merrill Lynch, work with families and businesses, create a financial strategy.
I'm Dirk Gepler, CEO and founder of Field 59.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. Before we get started, we have a little picture back there, so Evan, I might have you grab that and pass it around. We've got about 9 T-shirts left that we want to have people, if they have business cards, drop them in afterwards. We'll do a little raffle. I think we've got like 4 smalls, 4 extra larges, and a large and medium, so hopefully we can accommodate for the people we select. Awesome. So we are Kilter, and we're an organizational wellness membership program meant to keep employees, members, and guests of our clients happy, healthy, and balanced, whether they're at home on the road or on the road, by providing flexible massage therapy services and immediate access to an exclusive network of fitness partners. So first I want to give you a little bit of a background on where this started. Evan and I were project managers at Epic. We were implementing the electronic medical record software at organizations across the country, and while the work itself was really rewarding for us, the job requirement in our position was a lot of travel. And while we were on the road consistently, we didn't have a really good solution to keep ourselves both mentally and physically in shape, and eventually it caused me to burn out. So what I had access to when I was on the road was a hotel gym that looked similar to this. We had a few ellipticals, a few treadmills, and a few weights, and oftentimes it was too crowded for me to really even get a workout in. So what I really needed access to was what I was used to here back in Madison. And as I first started out in Epic, we had about 3 or 4 months of training where we weren't traveling, and I had access to a great new disposable income that I could really spend and utilize my memberships at a gym, a yoga studio, and a group fitness class. But as the weeks and the months continued to progress, I started traveling more and more. The problem not only followed me out on the road, but back home, because I wasn't able to utilize my memberships back home. I had to cancel them. So this is when the initial idea behind Kilter really bloomed for me and Evan. We needed a national network of fitness facilities that would give us access anywhere we were, whether we were on the road or back home, without the membership commitments and the pricey drop-in rates for gyms and studios we see these days. Now, over time, we started this idea back in February. We tested out our model in Madison and Chicago, had about 18 gyms and studios on board, and accounted for about $1,500 worth of revenue. But over this time period, we didn't see a sustainable business model with this, so we started looking for other solutions. Then back in July, mid-July, we connected with our newest business partner, Nicole Boudreau. She's got 12 years of experience as a massage therapist, 9 years of experience owning her own massage studio here in Madison called The Healer's Hand. And through discussion together, we realized there was a much bigger opportunity here. So we combined what she had experience in and what we were trying to do, funneled that into a much more targeted approach in organizational wellness. And through this, our target audience was the young professionals, the frequent travelers, and we figured that this was a much better way to effectively engage them. So I'm going to give you a high-level overview of the services that we offer. We have organizational memberships that we tailor to our clients' needs as a way to grant exclusive access to our platform and individual services for their employees, members, and guests. These individual services include flexible massage therapy and that exclusive access to a fitness network that we have. So a little bit more detailed look at what our organizational wellness memberships look like. We're building this in a couple different ways and options. One is a more standard corporate wellness type of feel that we customize to the client needs. It starts at about $200 a month. This could include any combination of on-site massage, educational sessions for the benefits of massage, or benefits of the fitness types that we have partners with, nutritional coaches, acupuncture, and much, much more. This can be combined or separated from a different package that we're offering, which is subsidized memberships. We place a big emphasis on our flexible massage therapy services. So over time, we want to build memberships that allow corporations and organizational clients to subsidize a portion of the individual massages for their employees, members, or guests. What we're really going for with this model is to hit that critical point where our employees, members, and guests, users of the Kilter platform, are using our services on a more regular basis so that we can track their overall health over time. This is a good segue into what our long-term goal is, an organizational return on investment. With our technology, we're building a data-driven approach that allows us to track the usage of our services and strategic surveys to work with HR teams of our clients closely to help measure overall outcomes and decreases in healthcare costs, decreases in sick days, decreases in turnover rates, and increases in overall productivity. These are the key components in a company's overall bottom line. Now, just to prove that the timing that we're entering this industry is pretty good, corporate wellness is relatively young, and over the past few years, as it's really started to boom, corporations are starting to see the real benefits to having wellness programs. And through studies and research, they're seeing about a 600% return on investment, including a 28% reduction in sick days, 26% reduction in healthcare costs, 61% overall company happiness rate, and the biggest factor here is that employees are actually willing to participate in these programs. So a little bit more on what our individual services are. Again, what we're really getting at with our organizational clients is a gateway to offer our individual services to their employees, members, and guests. Flexible massage therapy is probably the biggest component to our business. We offer 30, 60, and 90-minute massages with our licensed and highly skilled therapists. And the biggest thing here is accessibility and value. We will have some of our own studios, but we want to bring these services on-site to corporations, on-site to the hotel if you're traveling to it, or on-site to another close-by dedicated space. And with our exclusive fitness partners, we're giving you discounted rates to go there wherever you are because you're an exclusive member of Kilter. And because we have exclusive memberships with them, we're more inclined to drive memberships to them and both benefit from that. So with this, just to explain the exclusive fitness partnerships, in each market that we're going to be scaling to, we will have one fitness partner of every various fitness type. That includes yoga, bar, Pilates, cardio boxing, cycling, martial arts potentially, CrossFit, etc. So the list can go on. Our main objectives with these partnerships are the ability to drive increases in conversion rates and brand exposure not only for our clients but for ourselves as well. And exclusivity is really king here. So by building these exclusive fitness partnerships, what we're really able to do with this is not only drive in incoming traffic that are coming to somewhere like Madison for work, but drive in people that are local with our organizational clients to get more exposure to these fitness partners and to become members. With our overall market approach, our main goal is to scale nationally over time. But to do that, we need to start somewhere. Madison is an up-and-coming city. We love it here. And the biggest thing about it is that we want to be able to create a sustainable and replicatable business model that over time, over the next year or so, we can really build and then move on to our next cities, which will be Milwaukee, Chicago, and then expanding outward. And I want to show you this next slide because as we expand nationally, our original idea was to help people build a national community so that they had access to continue their normal routines wherever they are. So as we scale out nationally, we want to build this tight-knit community so that if you're a user of Kilter, you have the access and convenience to get your specific workout needs in, get a massage wherever you are. So a few things that make us unique we talked about a little bit already, but our exclusive focus on organizational wellness and the memberships with them allows us to really work closely with the clients and provide exclusive access for their employees, members, and guests. We have this data-driven approach that in the future we want to prove a return on investment for our clients. We have this exclusive network of fitness partners that helps us mutually grow together to increase conversion rates and brand exposure. And the last two here I want to talk about briefly. They're really important to us. We have our own in-house therapists that we employ ourselves so that we can provide a consistently amazing experience for all of our users across time. And they can also have growth opportunities within the company. So they don't have to just be massage therapists. They can be client relations officers, grow into roles that have more management roles. As massage therapists are trying to build their careers, a lot of them like to have their own private practices. So we want to grow them into those roles so they're more comfortable doing that in the future. Also, as a user of Kilter, you get to choose your own massage therapist. So some competitors of ours have a more Uberized approach where you don't get to do that. Our biggest thing is building relationships. So we want to make sure that you as a user are comfortable with your massage therapist and they're comfortable with you as well. Now, just as the idea, the product, the timing, and the differentiation are the successes of any business, the team is just as important, if not more. Again, my name is Seth Braddock, along with my partner Evan and Nicole. We have the perpetual desire to keep growing and keep adapting to our environment so that we can make as much of a difference on all of our clients, all of our organizations and users individually as a whole as we can over time. We have a combined 25 years of experience in the corporate world. We've been keen observers of what corporate life and frequent travel can do to you both mentally and physically. This combined with Nicole's specific experience in the massage industry gives us a really good advantage in what we're trying to do to make us ourselves a game-changing business. Now, my ask for you today is to think about, do you have corporate wellness benefits that you have through your companies? If you do, how often do you utilize them? What do they look like? And my ask for you is to think about, would you take advantage or benefit from some of the exclusive access points that we give you with our services? So if anything here is really interesting to you and you want to see how we can work with you better, come speak with us after and we'll talk about how we can set up a meeting and how we can move forward in the future. At this point, I'll open up to any questions. Thank you guys so much.
So why just one partner per modality of fitness in each place?
Sure. So what we originally had was a national network. And there's two kind of main reasons why we're shifting to an exclusive partnership. In other models, when we try to build a huge network, number one, that's a lot of groundwork for us. We have to make a ton of phone calls in each market that we scale to. Number two is really we want to engage our exclusive fitness partners. Because if we have a big network, we might not be able to drive the appropriate amount of business to them, and they might be more inclined to drop off the radar, not be as engaging. So we want to build that relationship. Eventually, getting exclusive partners with national chains will allow us to scale nationally, work closely with them so that not only can we drive traffic to them, but they can work more engagingly with us to drive traffic through our platform.
So how are you going to compete against like the class passes?
Yeah, so that is one of our biggest competitors. But
Can you explain what that is, that competitor? What is
Yep,
it?
ClassPass.
Yeah.
So they're in about 40 different markets. They have a huge valuation. What ClassPass is a more locally focused community where, let's say you're in Chicago, you can pay a monthly subscription to get access to any gym or studio in that city and go as many times as you want, up to 4 per location. They're more locally based. They have a larger price point than we do. And if you wanted to travel somewhere else, you would have to pay additionally to get access to ClassPass locations in that city. So we want to provide that access at discounted rates. We're not going to make you pay a huge monthly rate and then pay extra when you go elsewhere. We want to just give you that access at a convenient and reduced price point.
So this is a question, but it's just a suggestion if you're interested. But I noticed you didn't have Orlando on any one of your lists, but there's a ton of conventions that happen there all the time.
Mhm.
And if it were me, I would put that on my list.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll keep that in mind.
Sure.
Yeah, so we want to scale nationally, obviously, and any suggestions, we're kind of building the infrastructure right now and then seeing where it makes the most sense
Yeah,
to.
but I just thought, if that slipped you, you might want to know about it, so.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
So I think for me, the thing that I think is most interesting and appealing about your model is that it's got kind of a concierge feel to it.
Mhm.
And there are a couple of, like send a massage therapist to your house services already. And have you considered expanding that to the fitness side as well, of hiring personal trainers or individual Pilates instructors or things like that?
Yep, absolutely. So I want to kind of go into the fact that because we're providing organizational wellness, our exclusive fitness partners gives us a pool to draw from if corporations want to have a Pilates instructor come on site or a yoga instructor come on site to them. So building these really good relationships with us allows us to kind of lean on them if we need help with that, or provide educational sessions to organizational clients, and et cetera. Does that answer your question?
Mm-hmm.
So where are you at with implementing it in Madison, and what are the challenges you're seeing right now?
The biggest challenges we're seeing are our ability to build that resource pool for massage therapists. Obviously, Nicole is our lead there, so we're trying to develop a recruitment strategy so that we can build that, and then we can really hit the ground running, gaining clients. We've seen a lot of interest, but we need to be able to deliver on our promises and meet that demand. Where we're at right now is we have a pilot site that we're using, kilter-deals.com. 100 State is actually going to be our first client. We're moving in there for office space on October 1st. So we're going to be using that as a basis to try to build that infrastructure. They have 280 plus members that we can utilize. We're also looking at the Madison Club and the Hilton Monona Terrace around the Capitol area. We have a few developers working on an optimized website that we're hoping to launch sometime in October so that you can sign up as a user and you'll have a verification code to make sure that you are a 100 State member or you are a guest of the Hilton. Then you'll have access to our exclusive services. So we're in the process. We're hoping to launch that in October.
I guess by way of suggestion about recruiting massage therapists, have you considered trying to partner with massage schools or actually, I guess, companies that do massage training like Madison College? Could
Yep.
maybe corporate office for that?
Yep, absolutely. So Nicole and another going to be employee of ours, someone who's working with us, her name is Camille Sanchez. She's actually a student at East West Massage Therapy School. There are 3 schools in Madison that we have connections with, and we're going to be starting our recruitment strategy there, and then also using social media as another outlet to do that around the area.
I'm curious about operation. You said that massage therapists will be in-house.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean they'll be employees of Kilter?
Yes.
So when you expand, what does that look like to have in-house?
So it actually looks pretty similar between employees and independent contractors. Obviously, there are differences, and the biggest reason why we're pushing for employees is that, there's a gray area between independent contracting and employees. We're telling them that we need them here on this specific day for this specific time. So between that's really why we're going to the employee structure. And when it comes down to it, the price that we're covering for costs, including benefits, et cetera, it's not that much different. Plus, it's more attractive for a massage therapist if we can offer them benefits and growth opportunities within the company.
Can you say a little more about the growth opportunities?
So they have the option. If they want to be a massage therapist for us and be deployed for organizational work or individual work, they can do that. Or we're going to be building an employee structure that allows them to be a client relations officer so they can work with someone like 100 State more closely, being more engaging. Fill a client relationship manager role where they're managing client relationship officers. As we scale nationally, we'll need people that are managing the overall structure of it. So we'll need regional directors or a national director, and so they can move up in the chain if they really, prove to us that this is something they're passionate about.
Where did the name Kilter come from?
Kilter's definition means in good condition. So from the start, we didn't know where we were going to end up. We still probably don't know where we're going to end up in the future, but the underlying meaning of it covers everything that we stand for and our mission. So, all right, well, thank you guys very much. If you had a chance to drop a business card, we can pull out some names and give you guys some T-shirts. Awesome.
Thank you.
Want to be honors? All right. I don't know if there's more than 9 of you. You might all get. Let's see. Ann Asher.
Whoa, I've never won anything in my
Awesome.
life.
So what's your size? We have about 3 smalls, a medium, a large, and then 4 extra larges. I think it should be in that pile somewhere. All right, we got Alex Rain. There you are.
For a medium?
Do we have another?
Not a large.
Sure. I'll bring more next time. All right. Heather Wendler.
Oh, there's 2.
That's 9 total. John Mock. Winner. Mitchell Dewitt. There you go. I'm sorry if we can't accommodate your actual size. Limited selection. Yeah. Drew Curson. You deserve something for putting it together.
Organizers cannot win.
Here we go. How many is that?
Yeah. We don't have any rules.
Organizers cannot win. That's illegal, Drew. You should
3
know
more.
that.
3 more. Amanda Schweigler. Schweigler. Sorry for butchering that.
Okay, everyone.
Drew. Little conflict of interest.
Absolutely.
Amy Gannon. All right. Hope I didn't overdo it. One more. And there's 2 left. Brian Robertson. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah.